Hey, so this is going to be like a get ready with me video to go absolutely nowhere. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of the products I have on my face because I promised someone I would share my skincare on video, but I filmed it surprisingly, and the audio got all messed up. So okay, so in the morning I will use the ordinary hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5 serum, and I will also use the fresh sea berry moisturizing face oil on top. And usually I will mix some kind of illuminator with my moisturizer. I prefer MAC Strobe Cream. I don't know where mine is right now, so I'm just using the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight today. And I haven't done that yet, so I guess I'll be doing that right now. Even though I already put this as moisturizer on, I'm just going to take one little drop and I'm just gonna pat this in. I prefer the MAC Strobe Cream just because it's not as like in your face. I feel like the pigments from the Cover FX one are a lot more, they're like a lot chunkier. It's not in a bad way where it's like huge chunks of glitter everywhere, but it's just chunkier than the MAC Strobe Cream, which I find is a lot more natural looking on the skin. And that's something I just prefer. Next, if I'm actually going out, I'll be putting sunscreen on, and this is the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50 PA++++. That's a mouthful. I used to put on a lot of primer, but I just started skipping that step, and I found that I actually don't need primer. So I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown corrector in light peach with my fingers. I didn't show you, it looks like this by the way. I'm just taking that on my finger and putting that all over my eye bags and around my nose and mouth as well. Now that's done, I'm taking a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and my shade is in Custard. And I'm just going to, I'm looking in the viewfinder for this, put a little bit underneath my eyes. And I'm using my finger just to blend that out. And I'm gonna put some around my nose and mouth as well. And I guess my cheeks a little bit too. Or like this inside corner of my cheek, since that part tends to get a little red. And I'm taking my finger again and just blending that out. Oh, I have a little like eye booger. I'm not sure what that is. I think I put on a little too much actually, but that's fine. Okay, so once it's somewhat blended out, I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender. It's kind of a funny shape because I was too lazy to go over to a sink, so I just tried wetting it with my water in here. It's quite lumpy looking, but I'm sure it'll work. And I'm just going to further blend this out. I like doing this because I find that this way I use the least amount of product for more coverage. Because for some reason, if I put my concealer on and then blend it out right away with the beauty blender, I notice that I get a lot more product in here than I do on my face. So usually I'll just blend this out around the center of my face because that's where I have the most discoloration. And I don't find that I need to use foundation just because my skin is already pretty clear to begin with. And I'm going into, this is the Anastasia, sorry, I'm just looking for a brush. This is the Anastasia, I'm not sure what this is called, but it comes with the little contour kit in medium. It's probably called Banana. I'm loading this up on a Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm putting just only under my eyes. I don't like setting my face at all, so I'm only setting under the under eyes because when I put eyeshadow on, sometimes I get a bit of that fallout, and it's just much easier to have a smooth surface to brush the fallout away rather than having it just stick on your foundation or your concealer. And it can be remedied by just doing your eye makeup first, or doing my eye makeup first, but I'm not about that. Okay, next I'm going to go in with highlighter. This is Becca Moonstone. Can you tell it's like my favorite? I'm actually trying to use it up, and I'm trying to use up my Anastasia highlighter next just because I feel like highlight is highlight. And when it's on my skin, I know there's a difference, but I feel like other people don't really know that there's a difference, so I don't see the point in hoarding tons and tons of highlighter. I like doing this before doing my brows just because I do that little under the brow bone highlight. On the brow bone highlight. Whenever I do my eyebrows, I don't really clean them up afterwards just because I'm really perfect. I'm kidding. I just don't prefer like that kind of like super sharp brow to begin with. I mean, I used to, but like not so much anymore. Then I'm going in with the Glossier Boy Brow. This one's in black. I actually really like this. I remember my sister got it first and I thought it was just like a kind of silly product just because a lot of brow gels don't really work on me. And that's because my brow hairs are just like very coarse and thick. So even with like the Anastasia brow gel, it would just never hold my brows in place, my brow hairs in place. But this one really does get the job done, so I like it a lot. And for the no makeup days, I can just kind of run this through my brows and that's it. I'm also going to go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony. And this is on an Anastasia number 12 brush. And for my brows, I like just making a little line at the front of my brow and then filling it in more heavily through the tail end. I guess this isn't so much an actual get ready with me. It's just going to be like, I guess it's gonna be like an overview of how I do my full face makeup. Excuse me while I tweeze some of my brow hairs out. They're out of place. I'm not sure if that makes much of a difference. Okay, now I'm going to go in with bronzer. So I've kind of been switching around with my contour bronzer. Sometimes I'll go in with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and other times I'll go in with my Too Faced, I have no idea where it is. It's a chocolate Soleil one. I have no idea where it is, so I guess I'm going in with Kat Von D by default. I'm using one of the lighter shades. It's this one. I'm saying this as if you can tell what it is, because I sure can't. So I picked some up on my NARS Eater brush and I'm just wiggling this in right over here. All my baby hairs are getting in the way. Yeah, first I wiggle this back and forth in between to kind of put the initial color down, and then I'll just brush it up and down. And I'm doing the same on the other side. I have a little pimple here. And then I'm gonna bring this up to my temples. And when it comes to here, I'm sorry, there's like an airplane going overhead and I don't know if you can hear me over the plane. I have a mic, but I don't know if it works that well. But yeah, I'm just sparingly putting product over my temples, and I'm also going to go in to my jawline. And I'm putting some under my nose as well. And just a little bit on the sides. I'm not like, oh, I think I'm sweating. Okay, so I'm dabbing some of my sweat off and putting my bronzer right over here. Yeah, as I was saying before, I don't really care for like a super snatched nose contour or anything. Since this bronzer does pull a little orange on me, I mean, I guess that is a point of bronzers to like kind of warm up your face, but I only contour. So I'm gonna go in with the Dolce & Gabbana blush in Tan. It's not really a blush, I feel like. It's like a really cool toned contour. So I'm just going over that. And the reason I do it this way is because the Dolce & Gabbana one is too sheer. So it'll take a lot of product to kind of build it up. And like, this is expensive. It's like, the last time I checked, it was like $45 for like this little thing. So it's a little more cost efficient for me to put a bronzer on first and then kind of put this one on top. I've actually been using a cream blush by Bite Beauty. It's not really like a blush to say, it's like a multi-stick, but I guess technically it's still a blush. So I'm using Cashew, and this is how it looks like. So I'm just taking some of my Beauty Blender and dabbing it on the bottom. I'm taking about this much, I don't know if you can see. And I'm just kind of dabbing this right in between my highlight and contour. And if I find that I put on too much, I can just take it away with the Beauty Blender as well. Okay, I'm gonna take Free Spirit and Force of Nature from the Tarte Lip palette, which are these two over here. I'm just dipping my brush into both of them and using this as a little transition color. Then I'm going to go in with my trusty electric palette, and I'm taking Urban over here, and this is just going to go in right above my crease. If you have more eyelid space than I do, then you might just want to go in the crease, but since I have very little eyelid space, I just prefer to go a little over the crease. I kind of haphazardly put it down, but I'm taking my previous brush that I laid my transition shades with, and I'm just blending that out. I want a little more pink in there, so I'm going in with Sugar Pills Hotsy Totsy right over here. Actually, I think I could have used Savage from this palette. Oh well. So I'm taking Hotsy Totsy and just gently blending that over the top. Sugar Pill shadows are super pigmented, so you'll only need the tiniest amount. And if anything, you can just always add on, because it's always easier to add than to take away. Oh, my eyeshadow is actually pretty high up. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not, but we'll just keep on going. I'm going to go into the Urban Spectrum palette from Urban Decay again. I'm going to go into this color called Prank. It's a dark navy blue with shimmers, but I don't feel like you can really see the shimmers in here anyway when it's on the eyelid. And I'm putting this right on the outer V of my crease. Again, not worrying too much about how messy it's looking because I'm going to blend it out anyway. And I'm just taking the previous little brush. This is an e.l.f. blending eye brush and just blending this out. I'm going in with an Anastasia shadow, and it's called Pink Champagne. It's this one called Pink Champagne, and it's from the... I don't know what palette this is, but it looks like this. And okay, this is kind of gross, but I swear it works. Just don't do it when you're sharing your eyeshadows or if you have clients, obviously, but I lick my brush and then I put it in the shadow for my eyelid. And I find that that puts like the perfect amount of moisture onto the brush. So like this would kind of be applying it wet. Oh no, church bells. Okay, the bells have subsided, so I'm going to go back with my e.l.f. brush with no additional product and just blend out the outer edges of this shadow. Okay, this is a little liner brush from e.l.f. and I'm just taking Urban and putting that right under there. And I'm putting that right under my eye bag. And I'm taking this little brush again and blending this part out. I'm going to take just a little bit of Jilted as well, and I'm putting that right under. It would match more if I used Dolly Pop, but I'm kind of too lazy to take it back out again, and the shades are kind of similar anyway. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave this this little area blank, and I'm going to go in with, I think I want to use Lumi. I'm going to use Lumi. So I'm going in with Sugar Pill Lumi. I love this shadow. I think if you get anything from Sugar Pill, it should be Lumi and their eyeliner and lip brushes. So yeah, I'm just putting this in the inner corners as a little highlight. I'm gonna put eyeliner on now. And for that, I'm using my Tartelette, it's backwards, my Tartelette Tardis clay liner. Oh, this is gross. I have like, I didn't notice, but on the mirror I have like little, these are little crusties from my eyelashes when I was cleaning them off. Okay. I'm actually gonna do my winged eyeliner now. Keep in mind that I haven't done winged liner in ages, so it might turn out really bad. They don't match, but that's okay, because they never did anyway. I really like this liner just because it's a gel liner, and I do prefer gel liners over like the marker tip liners or the liquid liners that already come with a brush. And I actually really love this kind of tube painty packaging. Actually, yeah, it is like a little paint tube, but yeah, I really like this packaging. It doesn't dry out. And with my other clay liners, or gel liners, yeah. With my other gel liners, I would have to add Inglot's Duraline to it to kind of rehydrate it. Actually kind of like that too, because the Duraline had like an amazing staying power. Your eyeliner will just not budge at all. And it's like, it's so powerful that you can't take it off with a regular makeup remover. You have to go in with oil and like kind of let it set in. I'm going back in with my little detail brush and into Fashionista from the Tartelette palette, and I'm just further defining this lower part. I think I added a little too much actually. This is my favorite black shadow. It's just so nice, and it's like really easy to work with, and it's not patchy, and it just like blends out really well, and I'm pretty sure it's like the blackest black. Okay, I think I just kind of ruined my little eye bag look with this because it kind of went over it, but that's okay. Still gonna leave that little gap anyway. Okay, I must have forgotten how to curl my lashes as well because I'm hurting myself. And that definitely shouldn't be happening. The mascara I'm using is a Maybelline Rocket Mascara. Oh, some of my eyelashes actually fell out. I wonder how funny this looks on camera right now, but this is like the easiest way for me to put mascara on, by tilting my head down and looking up for my bottom lashes. And for my top lashes, I'll do the opposite, so I'll tilt my head back and look down into the mirror. Okay, lashes now. I haven't put on lashes in a very long time. Here they are. You know, I'm really jealous of those people that can just like put their lashes between their fingers and just like plop it right on. I can't do that. I'm just kind of pushing my lashes into the skin. I find that that helps adhere my lashes a little better than like trying to squeeze them together like I see some people doing. Of course, everyone's eye shapes and eyelashes and whatever are different, so just keep in mind that this just works best for me. For some reason, my left eye is always the hardest to put lash on. Like the right one, I can just kind of somewhat easily plop it on with tweezers, but the left eye always needs a little more finicking around. Okay, that was actually easier than usual, so I didn't lie, it just happened to be easier than usual. Okay, so this is pretty much it. I think I'm just going to put... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna leave my lips bare because I'm gonna do lip art with it anyway. I basically got ready just to... for no reason at all. I don't know what else to say from here on. Bye! Thanks for watching, by the way.